a man who did not need to die, who was a private citizen, not an elected official, who was murdered for his ideas and for engaging in public discourse, trying to do the peaceful thing with winning hearts and minds, trying to not stoop to their level, trying to rise above everything and do things the right way, the Christian way, the biblical way. He was assassinated and murdered. And it seems from everything that we are learning right now, he was assassinated by a transgender, Trantifa, fascist, anti-fascist. It's funny because they become the exact thing that they claim to war against. He was murdered by one of these raging leftists. And we're at a turning point. We're at an inflection point. I don't believe that there is a comeback from this. I think that this was the first shot fired in the Civil War that we have long been expecting. And I think we're at a very perilous point in our nation's history. Because as many of you know, the average shelf life roughly of a republic such as ours is 250 years. It's been under assault since really its inception, but it started decaying in the 1860s with our foreign entanglements, with World War I, etc.
Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, on whom I learn from daily. Healthy shalom to the brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. Also, healthy shalom to the 144,000 mighty men, the would-be judges of the 12 tribes of Israel, and ruling over the other nations vigorously. All right? It's the brother Gabar Adama coming back at you. Do you hear this in the background? You hear this right here? It's something you're getting ready to hear soon, come. That's urban warfare, battlefield, America. Huh? You hear that? Okay? So I played a clip. This just popped up in my feed. And I was watching a little bit of this. All right? And look. What you have right now is a Edomite crash out, man. Edomites are crashing out. They realize they know they have but a short time. They see their kingdom crumbling right in front of their face, and they don't know how to handle it. Okay? Now, that being said, each and every single piece of everything that's going on right now, each and every action that's being done, each and every legislative what do you call it? Decree, if you will. It's all prophecy. So this is bound to happen. Let me read this first, because our weapons of warfare are not carnal. Not carnal. Isaiah 33 and verse 6 reads, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. But to these Edomites that's crashing out, hey, what were they blessed with? The sword. You already know what it is. So, there's a couple key points that this Edomite, you can't tell me that's not a damn Edomite. This Edomite woman, a very unattractive Edomite woman, right? That's, what's her name? I forget what her damn name is. A Patriot Nurse. Patriot Nurse, right? You already know, man. You already know what it is, okay? They're pushing this civil, you already know what it is, right? They're pushing it hard, and it's coming down from none other than well above Nero. Okay, let's read this first. Okay, Salakia, damn stupid ass ads. Shit is going down, man. Salakia, let's get rid of that ad. Let's get the war song back up. 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High Yahweh. See that? To pulling down of strongholds. And that's exactly what, what the prophets, that's what the brothers are doing. That's what the men of the Lord are doing. Now, bear in mind, they continue and continue and continue. Even she said it herself, they continue to put this, he's the good Christian way. We're all Christians. And no. First and foremost, if you're not an Israelite, you can't even be a Christian. Secondly, The scripture said they were Christian first in Antioch, and also they were also called nigger, niger, you know, nigger. Matter of fact, let's go to it. Let's go to it. All right, called. Let's go to it. Let me see if we can find this. Let's get it in the blue letter. All right, and we'll get the pronunciation, the way it's pronounced. Let's hear it. Please excuse me. Blue letter Bible. And see, these Edomites have always used. What in the world have I spelled here? Come on now. Let's see the blue letter. All right. Yeah, let's go to the blue letter. Let's see if we can just type this word in. And let's see if it'll go to it. Yep. Yes, sir. Here it is. It's Acts 13 and verse 1. Now it reads, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon that were called nigger. Okay? That is precisely the way it's spelled. Let's go to the word. And let's see here. You hear all that in the background? You hear that? It soon come to America. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter. Many different places. Egyptian against Egyptian. You know, hey, look. It really, this is going back to... You heard what she said. We'll go into it just a little bit. Let's listen
Strong's
to this.
G 3526. Niger. Niger.
Uh-oh. Did you hear that? I heard that. Okay? So, you know, this stupid ass Christianity, wacky tacky Christianity, this shit ain't working. You know, we're casting down the imaginations of these people. You know, they want to damn what the elder called them, the victim villains, man. Okay? Now again, she said several different things. She said ever since was it 1860? The country has been hijacked and going downhill. What was going on in the 1860s? Let's read this first. Casting down imagination. This is verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High Yahweh, and bringing into captive every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. You see that? Imaginations. They're imagining this shit in their mind that we're the Christians and we're also the ones. We're the good guys. You know, what are we doing? We're the good guys. You know, let's go to 1860. I typed this in. She said shit started to hit the fan, you know, or go bad in 1860. Well, what was going on in the 1860s in America? First and foremost, we never got let free or let go of our captivity. Baruch 3 and verse 8 tells you that we still yet this day in our captivity. You know, subject to payments of reproach, a proverb of reproach, all these different things. All right, so what do you have here? You got this devil, and he was a damn devil, Lincoln. You know, and what do they say? It's the same MO with Esau Edom. What do they say? They always try this, and they've done this time and time again. What they'll say, rather than say the problem, you know, with America or Babylon, the problem, they'll always say it's the left, and really what they're going into is being the accuser of the brethren. They'll say it's the left, right? Knowing that most so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, right, are leftists, if you will. They know this. All right. So really what they're telling you, and really what they're trying to say is, we are against you Israelites. That's exactly what they're saying. So let's go here. Let's go to the 1860s. She said it, you heard it out of her mouth, right? And I believe I believe she's a damn devil too. Okay? I'm just saying. Yeah, and that IQ shit, it's all there. You see, intellectual level questions, whatever, the IQ shit. They always say that. Okay? Let's go back up. Timeline, the 1860s, an election would lead to secession, and that would lead to civil war. That's what they're calling for. All right? All right? For 4 long, hard years, over 700,000 citizens of the United States of America would perish. But they're calling for a civil war, right? Who they fighting against? You see, back then, in the 1860s, what was it? It was people in blue coats and people in gray coats. So it was very easy to see and know, Salakia, Halloween. What the fuck is that shit? Salakia. Anyway, that shit is wicked, man. There was clear lines, and you clearly had an enemy, but they know who their enemy is. There is a bunch of dog whistles out here. Okay, let's go. Let's read just a little bit of this. She clearly said it started to go bad in the 1860s, right? So that's a dog whistle. You got to pay attention to what these devils are saying. We know they devils. All right, America would perish in an attempt to solve the states' rights issues surrounding what? Slavery. There it is. All right. So, in her own words, that's when shit was started to get bad in America. Before that, everything was kosher, right? No pun intended. Before that, everything was good. So what she's saying is, we was fine when the slaves were behaving. We was fine, when we could do this and do that. Matter of fact, let's do this too. Also, they used to throw women in the river just to see if you could float. You want to go back to that? Well, hey, it's probably going back to that via the scriptures. You're gonna be trotted down like a mire in the street. See? And some of these very same Edomite women, they gonna cave and fold, and they gonna want to be, a part of that perfect city, that the beautiful people. The scripture said their widows shall not weep, right? You can't make this shit up. So let's go to Revelation 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Now, if you don't understand reincarnation or regeneration in the scriptures, you're not going to understand this scripture. You're just not going to get it. Verse 10 reads, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword, like they're getting ready to do now, must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Of the who? Of the saints. And the saints are the men of the Lord. I.e. mostly the men of Great Millstone. And you take it how you want it. I don't give a damn how you take it. It's the truth. Okay? That's what's up. So her ass is going into captivity, along with the rest of them, along with if you an Edomite, I don't give a damn if you look like Wesley Snipes. All right? Because it ain't got shit to do with skin color. That's something else Esau Edom injected. What, like that album from Ice Cube, that's a lethal injection, man. You see what I'm saying? That's a lethal injection. Matter of fact, we talking about Speckled Bird. I had this pulled up because there was I forget what it was. There was something that Esau Edom said he done dug up and is the oldest human being, and it looked like Michael McDonald, man. What a fool believe, right? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I believe he's an Israelite, by the way. He just got too much soul, man. It is what it is. All right. Now, she also went into, what did she say? Talks about, she did say the empires. Oh, she said a bunch of shit. But she said the empires usually do what? Crumble and fold after 250 years. Well, 2026 would be 250 years, wouldn't it? Hey, how about some of y'all shot cold like that? Okay? We clearly see it circling the drain. What's going on over there? Western Asia, huh? The digital ID mandatory. You don't see this. You don't see this coming. Esau Edom crash out. That's what I have to name it. The Esau Edom crash out, man. All right. He knows he has but a short time. That's why he's making these moves so quickly. He knows. He knows he's going into slavery. Now, these so-called patriots, basically white supremacists, that's exactly what they are. You call a spade a fucking spade, man. Right? I don't think they clearly understand what's going on, because she also said something about the foreign entities, entering into, ooh, oh, well, hey, I just had a revelation. Well, you know what she was talking about? She was talking about Israelis. Huh? Do you see what I'm saying here? She said foreign entities. Now you got what? APAC? You got, basically this is MAGA is make Israel great again. See? Or make Amalek great again. You see that? That's exactly what it is. But what she's not understanding is Amalek, they the head tribe of the Edomites. They the very same ones that have you basically in derision. Your own people. Now you got more than heart could wish, yet still, I'm talking about you regular ass Edomites, right? You got more than heart could wish. You still have received all kinds of damn benefits, whether it be via the damn Homestead Act, all kinds of different shit that Esau Edom gave to himself, by the unaliving and graping and robbing and of the natives, man, which is in fact the Gadites, and the so-called Mexicans, so-called Hispanics, Northern Kingdom. All right, so they're all full of shit, man. They're all full of hypocrisy. They're full of shit, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna get your ass. Isaiah 14 and verse 1 reads, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob." You hear that? And will yet choose Israel. Yeah, that's just not talking about them people over there. In Ezekiel 36 chapter, which they run from, they want to call it Hebrew hopscotch. Okay. All right. We'll see. And set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, those strangers or Israelite foreigners. Okay? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess, talking about Edomites. Well, really all the other nations, because our gates shall be open continually, pursuant to Isaiah the 60th chapter. See? All right? And Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, slaves, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right? So, hey, pay attention to these dog whistles. When they say the left, they talking about Israelites. Because, hey, look at what happened when Captain Kirk got unalive. What's the first thing? One of the first things that happened, HBCUs getting threatened. Why? What the hell do they have to do with it? They refuse to call it what it is, and it's a damn Edomite problem. That's what it is. And it's always been an Edomite problem. Scripture said, keep me from the hand of the wicked. They all they want to do is overthrow our goings. They want to undermine our education. And Salakia, man, these damn stupid ass ads. I want the full impact of what's going on in the background, the urban welfare. See that? Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it. It's all prophecy. It's bound to happen. Okay? Isaiah 49, verse 23, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. But see, and that's the thing, that we're doing it the Christian way. You heard what she said. Doing it the Christian way. Taking up arms and, we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to fight. And no. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time. This is not your book anyway. This is the manual for the Israelites. It's not your damn book. Who the hell are you to call yourself somebody of the damn Lord. Matter of fact, you as a woman, your ass ain't even supposed to show your face. You ain't even supposed to be talking. But the clean contrary, remember? See that? The book of Obadiah. You see, you got to remember. You got to pay attention. Hey, the things that you sow among, Salakia, you sow discord among brethren. You Edomites, you have done each and every one of these things that you are trying to blame somebody else of doing. All right, and again, rather than say, and this is across the freaking board here, man. Rather than say it's an Edomite problem, or as they would say, as the world would say, it's a white problem. Look at all these underlivings. Look at the things that are going on. With the exception of them damn Beltway snipers. Look who's doing it. And usually it's I don't give a shit about no right or no left wing. They all fucking Edomites. You see, and notice what they'll do. They say, well, it was the Republicans that stopped slavery. But who implemented it? Edomites. You see that? It was the Republicans, remember? It was, nah, man, see, they try to muddy up the waters. They try to shift, the blame onto somebody. They project. Edomites do that shit. They project constantly. But see, now your enchantments ain't working no damn more. All these nations, all these other nations, all these other people on the earth, they can't stand your ass, man. They do not like you. Don't you see? They don't like you for shit. And it's all coming out. All right? Obadiah 1. It's just one chapter. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is set amongst the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. You see that? Scripture also said he had war with Amalek from generation to generation. So there ain't no escaping this. You can't get away from it. Behold, I have made these small among the heathen. They are greatly despised. You see that? The pride of thy heart have deceived thee, dwellest in the clefts of the rock, in the book of Job, right? 30. Whose habitation is high, who saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, this will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And there it is. All right? You thieves, you robbers. You've been searched out. It's all right here. The book of Obadiah is short, sweet, and to the point. And I love it. Call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Job 20 and verse 2. Verse 3. I have heard the check of my reproach, and the spirit of my understanding causes me to answer. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. You see that? The joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, man. That's what they're doing. Really what they're doing is accusing the brethren. That's what they're doing. You see it? The brothers always say this, and it rings true every time. Every single time something happens, which they prescribe, manufacture, it always, somehow or another, comes back to Judah, always. All right? Whether it even starts with the northern kingdom. It always comes back to Jacob. I'll just say that. Always. Somehow or another, something happens and it's Jake's fault. Every fucking time. Excuse my language. Never fails, man. It never fails. All right? I'll read this and close out. Revelation 12, verse 10, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now it's come salvation and strength. This isn't really God, these ads, yo. Really. Esau, Edom, man. You got a lot of shit to pay for. Salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of the brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power Yahweh day and night. And that's exactly what they do. And they continue to do it. And they're not going to stop because they are vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. Hey, that's what the scripture said. He made them this way. He made them to be dishonorable. He made them to be cave-dwelling, warmongering devils. And that's exactly what they are. They played their part perfectly. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham.